Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the long awaited series of your NFL podcast video. Today, I am with the one, the only, my brother Sam. Welcome to the show. It's your first time.
Thank you.
All right, so we are going to get started. We all know that week one of the NFL just flew by, and there was so many great games to watch.
Except for the Giants game, that's kind of
Yeah, and that's exactly what we're going to start with. So, the Dallas Cowboys, which many of you know are my favorite football team, absolutely smoked the New York Giants this past weekend. Uh, I know a lot of people wanted to see some stuff from Dak Prescott, but it wasn't Dak's game to be had. So, first you have the defense who blocked the field goal.
of course.
Juwani Thomas and then Noah Igbenogany came back to the end zone. And so if you start like that in the beginning of the year, you know it's already going to be a great game. Sammy, why don't you take this one?
Well, in the beginning of the Giants and Cowboys game, the Giants they started off that first drive pretty strong until that the kicker, I forget his name, he completely biffed it because he got blocked by what's his name, Juwani Thomas.
Yes.
And he got taken back for the touchdown, which I think really gave the Dallas Cowboys a more sort of level of motivation and confidence to win the game.
Yeah. And did you see that Dak Prescott and Daniel Jones had very different amounts of time in the pocket? So Dak Prescott had a lot of great pass protection, but then Daniel Jones had pretty much nothing. I mean, every single play, there was pressure in his face, mainly from the one, the only, number 11, Micah Parsons, who people don't understand how much of a force this man is. The Giants tried to double team him on multiple plays, allowing the three other men, Osa, Odigizua, and Dorrance Armstrong, to each get 2 sacks during the game. Plus, DeMarcus Lawrence got 1 for himself. So, that's all because of Micah Parsons having to be taken on by 2 people.
And he still got through something.
Exactly. He still got through for the sack. He still got through giving pressure to Daniel Jones. You see, the thing was, I didn't understand why the Giants stopped running the ball.
They stopped running the ball because say they went in for an HB dive, right at around let's say the third and 1 per se.
Right.
For the first down. And they went straight down the middle, and Micah Parsons beamed through and absolutely hit sticked that man. He would have been out for the rest of the season. Micah Parsons is an absolute animal. I do not like the Cowboys, but I have to give him credit because what he does, he's good at his job.
Yeah, and I mean, he said it right. Saquon Barkley didn't have, everybody for the Giants had a horrible game pretty much, but especially Daniel Jones threw 2 interceptions as well. Don't forget about that. One of them was, I believe, a fumble, but it never hit the ground, so it was like a fumble interception to Deron Bland. And also 1 to Stephon Gilmore, who that almost hit the ground, but they did give the Cowboys possession of that. I forget what the exact score was going in the half, but I mean, I just know that the Cowboys really did put on a show. Dak Prescott, not his worst performance, not his best performance. His stats were okay, but you got to think about it this way. Dak didn't really have to do much.
Yeah.
So the defense did everything for him in that game. We know that next week the Dallas Cowboys play the New York Jets. Unfortunately, from what happened to Aaron Rodgers, it will most likely be Zach Wilson at quarterback against the Dallas Cowboys. It'll be interesting to see how he takes the pressure of their defensive line.
I think he really stepped up his game after the Bills for having to come in for Aaron Rodgers, who very upsettingly went out in 4 drives.
Yeah. Well, actually, 4 plays.
4 plays.
Yeah, 4 plays.
Yeah.
Right when the Jets coach Robert Saleh saw it, he just knew that it couldn't have been good. The Jets have just been really unlucky with a quarterback situation, especially considering how great their defense is.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they, ladies and gentlemen, they still beat the Buffalo Bills this week with Zach Wilson and quarterback. Not necessarily because of Zach Wilson, but because of that defense and because of Brees Hall and Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, they took. I mean, especially Brees Hall. He had some really awesome runs this week. Oh, and we can't forget about one of the best catches, probably the best catch of the week this week. Garrett Wilson with the bobbling catch in the corner of the end zone. That was just unbelievable. Let's keep on the topic of this game. Let's talk about Josh Allen.
Oh boy.
Go ahead. Why don't you take this one?
Josh Allen, a very poor game for him, I think.
Yeah, 3 interceptions. That's tough.
That is very tough, especially when is a first week and you're trying to really prove something.
Yeah. Yeah, especially considering how great that AFC East division really is. I mean, you have the Dolphins, which Tua Tagovailoa absolutely dominant performance this week with 466 passing yards, 215 of those to his man Tyreek Hill for 2 touchdowns.
I was just about to say about Tyreek Hill, like with Tua and Tyreek Hill, it's just an unbelievable duo.
Yeah.
Because once you get it in Tyreek Hill's hands, there's pretty much no stopping that guy.
Yeah.
Short but fast.
Yeah, totally agreed. Yeah, but Josh Allen really did not have the best game this weekend. I do not know who the Bills play next week, but very shortly we're going to be doing our picks for week 2 for you guys, so we will find out. Josh Allen, yeah, he just I'm pretty sure he had a fumble as well. 3 interceptions, like we said.
Very terrible playing.
Yeah, especially since you just know that Aaron Rodgers didn't really even play.
Yeah,
and you still lost. You know, that your offense or defense should have taken advantage of what was on the table. You know, and it sucks to see Aaron Rodgers go down. I know a lot of the Jets fans, a lot of people wanted to see how he would do playing for the Jets.
Especially if you had him on the fantasy team.
Yeah, and now he tore his Achilles. He's out for the season. I mean, that practically throws the Jets out of the Super Bowl, market there.
Mm.
You know, there was so much hype about the Jets going to the Super Bowl this year and stuff. You know, and it could have happened with Aaron Rodgers, but there's no way Zach Wilson's going to take him to the promised land.
Oh, we don't know that yet until we see the next game against the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what. And I was asking a lot of people. It was like, if Aaron Rodgers even was healthy, if they said he was healthy enough to go into the Cowboys and play them, do you even start him against that defensive line?
Absolutely not. Against the Cowboys defensive line?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Coming off an injury like that, you can't take those big risks.
Yeah.
I think hold him off for that game until they go against a little easier opponent.
Yeah, let him get a fresh start, an easier team. After seeing what the Cowboys did to the Giants, and especially considering the Giants, or especially considering the Jets did beat the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just...
Which was really... I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought, since the Bills had a pretty decent season last year, I figured that they were going to carry that into this season.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like that's happening.
Yeah. All right, so we'll get into our next topic for you guys. So we are going to talk about who, personally, after week 1, I believe had the best performance. My Cowboys are second, of course, because we didn't see too much from the offense, but that's because they didn't have to do anything. The San Francisco 49ers played great on defense. Brock Purdy came back from injury in his debut. had a really awesome game. I believe 2 passing touchdowns, both to Brandon Ayuk, who had an unbelievable game, if I dare say. Why don't you want to take this? You're a Niners fan, so.
I mean, I hope they take it this year, obviously, because I am a Niners fan. Brandon Ayuk is an absolute unit on the field. Mix that with Brock Purdy, especially like you said, as he came off with that injury. I think that he really played well moving around in the pocket, even though he was hurt in his leg.
Right. Right. So, like, some people, like, expected him not to be as mobile. He also did tear his UCL. That was actually the main purpose of the injury, but I did hear a few rumors going around that he did have a uh, little injury in his leg, but I wasn't 100% sure if that's true. But we weren't sure coming back how he was going to be doing throwing the ball, running with the ball. But he just really did well. He spread the ball awfully
Yeah.
well. Everything went really well for the 49ers and especially for Brock Purdy. All right, so that'll do it for our main topics for today, ladies and gentlemen. Now we will get into the last uh little topic. We are going to go through our picks for you guys for week 2. Remember, we always ask that you guys put in the comments your predictions for this week. We will read them, we will comment back, we will give our feedback on your picks, so please do. All right, you want to get started? So tomorrow night, the Philadelphia Eagles at home against the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings lost to a pretty bad team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, with Baker Mayfield as the quarterback. I'm taking the Eagles by a lot tomorrow night. I think they kill the Minnesota Vikings.
I agree with that statement. I hope that Justin Jefferson has a good game, but after seeing what happened with the Buccaneers, I am going to take the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah. All right, next game, we have the Ravens at the Bengals. So, as we all remember, the Bengals did get pretty much shut out by the Browns, 24-3. I don't believe anybody expected that. So, here, but the Ravens didn't play great against the Texans in that first half either. Like, it took Lamar a while to get situated. I think this game comes down really close, but I think Cincinnati is going to catch up. I think they're going to redeem themselves, and they're going to take this win in week 2.
I think that the Ravens will take this because, I mean, I know the Bears aren't an awful team, but they're not on top of the list either.
The Browns.
The Browns, sorry. And especially as they completely destroyed the Bengals.
Yeah.
I know the Ravens didn't start off too good either, but I'm gonna have to pick the Ravens.
Yeah. All right, so next we have the Seattle Seahawks at the Detroit Lions. We all know week 1, the Detroit Lions did beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, a lot of people won't give them credit for that because we all know that Travis Kelce was out for that game. Also, a team that I thought and a lot of other people thought were going to do much better in week 1 was the Seattle Seahawks. I had a lot of higher expectations, especially considering they had Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and Jackson Smith, the rookie, all for Geno Smith to throw to. And I believe they only put up 13 points. So here, I am going to take the Detroit Lions by a landslide. I think they go to 2-0. And I think the Lions are going to be a really great team this year.
I agree with that statement. Especially that I have Geno Smith in my fantasy and they gave me like maybe 4 points, which was very upsetting to me because I'm trying to win. But besides my amazing fantasy team, I think Geno Smith really needs to up his game if they really want to make it at least to the playoffs. And I'm gonna take the Detroit Lions.
Alrighty. So next we have the Indianapolis Colts at the Houston Texans. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first rookie versus rookie matchup we have this year with the quarterbacks. Anthony Richardson, who actually played not a bad game, even though he did lose to the Jaguars. And the Texans, CJ Stroud, who didn't really have a great game. Here, I'm going to take the Colts, not by much, but I think Anthony Richardson is going to outplay CJ Stroud.
Who is it? The Colts and the
Yeah.
Texans? Oh, I mean, I didn't see any of their games, so I can't really make a huge prediction. But I'm just gonna say the Texans just because I feel like it.
Alrighty. Next, we have the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Chicago Bears got absolutely smacked by the Packers this year and Jordan Love. Even without Aaron Rodgers, the Bears will still always lose to the Packers. The Buccaneers, like we just said, did beat the Minnesota Vikings. Here, I am going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to go 2-0 against the Bears. I think the Bears lost a lot of momentum after week 1, which is going to give Baker Mayfield the win.
I think that I'm also going to take the
Buccaneers?
Buccaneers because the Bears, they could be on their comeback route, but I don't think it's going to be enough to put up with the Buccaneers.
Yeah. All right, so next we got a pretty awesome game this week. We got the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. So right now it is questionable if Travis Kelce will be playing with the Chiefs this week. If he plays, I'll take the Chiefs. If he doesn't play, I'll take the Jaguars.
I agree with that statement because I feel like Patrick Mahomes kind of fell apart without Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
So I'm also going to take the Jaguars.
Alrighty. So the Green Bay Packers against the Atlanta Falcons. I am gonna take the Green Bay Packers. Like I just said, Jordan Love balled out this week. And nobody really expected it. So yeah, by a landslide.
I agree with that. I think that the Packers will take it. I feel like the Falcons, I haven't heard of them. I haven't heard anything good from them in a while. So I do not think that they would be winning that game.
Yeah. Alright, so next we got the Las Vegas Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. So this will be good. The Raiders foiled Sean Payton's head coach with the Broncos debut and won their game. We saw the Bills really struggle against the Jets. I think the Bills will come back this week. They're going to get to 1-1 and they're going to reset themselves, even though I don't believe that's the team that wins the AFC East coming soon.
I was also about to say that I think that the Bills are on a comeback route, especially that I would hope that Josh Allen is not happy with his performance and really been putting in the work this week to show off for the next game.
Yeah. All right, so next we have the Chargers and the Titans. The Titans did not really play too well this week. The Chargers played pretty well against a Dolphins team, but did not win. I'm going to take the Chargers here over the Titans by a touchdown or two.
I'm also going to take the Chargers because, Tua, as I said before, and Tyreek Hill.
That's the Dolphins.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
I think that is a very nice duo, which is very hard to defend on the Chargers side. So I do think that the Chargers are good enough to take on the Titans.
All right, so next we have the 49ers and the Rams, the two teams that won in the NFC West this week. I'm going to take the 49ers, even though this is in LA. I just think the 49ers have the better roster. Brock Purdy's going to ball.
I am also going to pick the 49ers because they obviously are my team, so I'm going to root for them. And because I do think that Brock Purdy is absolutely going to smoke that game.
All right. Giants and the Cardinals. So the Giants have no momentum going into week 2. But I am going to take them because I think the Cardinals are the worst team in the league. No offense if there's any Cardinals fans watching this video. Yeah, the Giants.
I think that the Cardinals will pull it off somehow because after that poor game from the Giants, you'd at least think that they would at least put up a field goal, which they attempted,
Yeah.
or a touchdown. I think that the Cardinals will take that game.
All right. So next is the Jets and my beloved Cowboys. Jets, no Aaron Rodgers. I am going to take the Cowboys by a lot. I think the defense is going to get to Zach Wilson. I think it'll be a pretty low scoring game because both of these defenses are really great. But I am going to take the Cowboys.
I am also going to take the Cowboys. I think if the Jets defense really steps up and holds Dak Prescott and the running back, what's his name?
Saquon.
No.
Or Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard. Yeah. I think Tony Pollard, he slips through. He's quick. He has agility. If the Jets do lock in that coverage, I think they will stop the Cowboys to at least, as you said, a touchdown.
Yeah. All right. So it's the Commanders and the Broncos. I think Denver wins this. I think the Commanders got lucky to win against the Cardinals. And I don't think the Cardinals are very great. Even though the Broncos did lose, I think they will get their first win this week.
I'm going to take Washington because I just don't like the Broncos as a team. It's just my personal opinion. And because they kind of suck. I mean, I know Washington's not the greatest either, but I think they're going to pull this one off.
Alrighty. Next, we have the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. I'm so sorry, New England. You're about to get blown out the water. The Miami Dolphins are going to stomp the New England Patriots.
I'm also taking the Dolphins because after that tight game with the Eagles and the Patriots, the Eagles still pulled that off, and I feel like since they were retiring Tom Brady's number, that they would really try and fill in that position. But I don't think they played overall a great game. I mean, they did play a great game.
Yeah.
Against Philly, but I do think that Tua and Tyreek Hill are going to take the cake.
Alrighty. Saints and the Panthers. The Panthers, Bryce Young lost in his debut. I am going to take the Saints here. They won against the Titans, but not by much. But I just think the Saints are the more talented roster.
Who was it? Saints and
Panthers.
Saints and the Panthers. I do think the Saints are going to take it because, I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, I do think that the Saints are going to take it, but I don't think the Panthers are that great of a team, and I think the Saints have their on and off games. Unfortunately, not to the Super Bowl, but I think that the Saints will take this one.
Yeah. All right, and your last game of the week is the Browns and the Steelers. I am going to take the Browns here. I think they have a lot of momentum coming off that game with Cincinnati, and I think Cincinnati's still better than Pittsburgh. So I think the Browns take Pittsburgh pretty easy here.
I think the Browns will also take Pittsburgh, especially after the homeboys 49ers stopped them to 1 yard in the first half, which is disgusting. I do think that the Browns will take this after they played a great game against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that will do it for the video today. Sam, you had your first debut on the channel. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Everybody, like we said before, please put your picks in the comments. We will read them. Please go down below, drop a subscribe, like, and share. We will see you guys next week.